What's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to another video. If I look like I'm dirty, it's because I was just laying on the ground taking a thumbnail picture for a video, and I definitely did not fall down. But I also mowed. Look at the beautiful yard. And it's pretty dusty, so it kind of covered me. Anyway, welcome to the video. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the shenanigans. If you are a subscriber, thank you. If you're not a subscriber, also thank you. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my channel and these videos. But you should hit that subscribe button and add to the tally. We are chasing 100. We're getting pretty close. Getting excited. Just add yourself to it. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. It'd be awesome. Like it, subscribe it, hit the bell for notifications, share it with a friend, share it with an enemy. You know the drill. We gotta get to getting. Look at this. I got more parts. More parts came in the mail. Gotta get these boxes open, get these parts pulled apart. I got all this junk over here. I gotta get on this truck. We are running out of time. But, yeah. Let's just get to it. Alright, where did we leave off? It has been a few days. I think we are at the point of putting those springs in, the lifted springs, and the struts. Not the struts, the shocks. I don't think this jack can get high enough to get that spring, and I might have to go get a new jack. The extended long reachy boys. But I'm going to try to get that spring in there anyway. And then over here, this is going to be a problem. I'm going to take this top one. It'll run from that top one to this bottom one. And then I'm going to make a bracket that will lower this down a little bit. And then we'll run from the lower to that lower. And then the other thing is they make a shock tower delete kit, and it's not really all that pricey, but I didn't want to buy it. I was just looking at it, I'm like, man, it's just a plate, and it's just a block off plate. It's nothing special. So I made one. I just took some scrap, cut it in a circle, cut a couple plates, drilled some holes. It's gonna be perfect. So we'll get that on. We will get the shocks on. We'll get the springs on. We will start putting in the cross steering, and yeah, we got a ton of parts to go on. It's all ready to go on, and that's what we're gonna do. Alright, just like that, I got the new coil spring in. I got shock in. I got the delete up here in and bolted. I got grade 8 bolts. I had a little oversight up here and something, but I remedied it. I fixed it. There's supposed to be a ring with studs that go up through there, and I threw mine away when I put the 3-inch leveling kit on it, and apparently it needs it. So also, I'm not sure how these are supposed to be clocked. I'm not sure they're clocked right, but it is what it is. So I'm happy. They're in. They look good. It looks good. It sits nice. I got to get this situation figured out, but I will say, I think my math was wrong. I think this might be a little bit more than a 6-inch lift, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when I get those tires back on. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about rubbing anymore, if it even works. We'll see. Well, just like that, we got this side in, minus those things. This side also in, looking shiny and nice, minus those things. Alright, let's move on to the next step. Alright, don't mind all the bumblebees in the background. Everybody's mowing at the same time, but I wanted to kind of go over what I'm doing here. So I got this big old block on the frame. I got this here holding up the front. I got this adjusting the axle, and I got this come along kind of twisting that axle. So I had that come along ran up here originally, and I pulled the axle this way so I can get to working on these. Now that it's correctly ish this way, now I need to twist it so I can get these locked in. I looked up online. I did a bunch of searching everywhere to get measurements, and I've set these to the correct measurement for 6-inch lift. Now I'm just manipulating the up, down, and the twist to get these holes lined up. And so far so good on this top one. I'm going to get that zipped in, and then I'm going to get the bottom one zipped in, and then I'll jump to the other side and do the other side. Alrighty. I had to break these loose and take it apart because my mental math was way off, but it's back on. It is tight. Those are tight, those are tight, those are tight. This is pretty straight. The axle seems pretty straight. I was hitting pretty good here trying to, this one was in and it went right in, and I could not get this one lined up, and it was starting to hit really hard up here trying to get this lined up. That's when I went back and recalculated. I went and measured again and did all the math again. Found out I was wrong. I reset these, and then they went in pretty smooth, except for the axle is pushed that way. So they're kind of hitting, can't see it, but they're hitting right here. But that's because that axle needs to come this way, and I think it needs to twist a little bit. But that will be addressed when I get the other side done. So I'm going to go over there now and put that side in. Oh yeah, she shifted way over. I'm going to have to remedy that. Unfortunately, I had to go throw this one in the vise because I cannot get this to spin out and ruin the paint. So I'm going to have to repaint it. But the good news is this nut was like right here. So that much threads came out. Well, let me back up. It's cross-threaded. It wouldn't come out because it's cross-threaded. This much threads came out before the cross-thread started, the shaving started showing. So that tells me this is threaded in there pretty good. Good length. So that's reassuring in a little bit. But if you ever have this problem, throw this in a vise, grab 2 of your super long extensions and just crank on it. get a good workout, but you get it where you need it. So I'm gonna paint this, and then actually I'm gonna throw it on first, and then I'll paint it. All right, got that side on. Whoa, falling over. Got that side on. I'm gonna get this axle straight, and yeah, we'll then we'll start doing the steering on it. I tell you what, I'm all about built, not bought. I'm all about building it, not just paying someone to do it. But doing this project here, I understand why people just take the truck somewhere and get it done. This is this is a lot harder than I expected. Well, I knew it was gonna be hard. It's a lot harder than I anticipated. Partly because I'm making it up as I go. This isn't just a kit, a bolt-on kit. This is just a bunch of stuff that I bought randomly. So it's a little bit harder, but yeah, we're getting there. It's gonna be cool when it's done, hopefully. All right, according to online, to get this panhard set, you got to get the axle loaded. So I have it on the jack stands. The whole thing's down, and then I bolted up one end into the drop bracket there, and then I made sure both ends were even amount of threads, and then I unthreaded it equally until it lined up with that hole. And now I just have to install it. Those holes are smaller than the hardware that came with it, so I got to drill these out quick, and I'll be able to install this. Well, as you heard the last few minutes, the mic is getting worse and worse, and then we come to this clip here, and there's no audio at all. So I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. So I guess I'm doing a voiceover again. The way these Trek bars are on these Dodges, that the mount is in a plate that's welded to the axle, and the nut goes between the plate and the axle, and it's really hard to get to. So that's why the nut has the weird flange on it. It holds itself there, so you don't have to get a wrench up in there, because it's almost impossible. And simply had to make my own custom nut for it because of the size difference and the hole I had to drill. And I just welded a little metal tab to the nut. It's no big deal. Well, the nut was highly effective, but we ran into another problem on assembly. The other panhard was bent. To avoid all this stuff, this is a straight panhard bar, so it's hitting when we are at full flex. But there is a mount in front of it. This is the original steering stabilizer mount, and since we have the dual steering stabilizers, we don't need it anymore. So I think it'll work perfect for this new panhard bar. Well, good news, everybody. The audio came back for some reason. Alrighty, it is on. It is set. I pulled measurements from different spots here. Measured up to there. Same thing on this side. Measured different spots here to there. So you get the cross, get the square correct. And we are within like the 16th. So I am calling that good. Alright, well, I have been out here so long that I had to switch to my backup microphone. So hopefully this is good and charged and isn't crackly. But panhard's on. Springs are on. Shocks are on. Radius arms are on. All that's left is to do the crossover steering and the pitman arm and the steering box. And then we should be good to go. Alright, doing the steering. Obviously, you're not going to get this perfect. What you want is to get it as close as possible so that you can drive it to get an alignment done. And the easiest way to do that is to measure from ear to ear and then set your other one exactly the same way. Obviously, I have tons of stuff in the way. It's not going to be easy. but I think I can grab onto this grease zert over here and be able to get a pretty good eyeball over here and get a good measurement. So 60 3/4 centered. 60 3/4 centered. Just like that. All right. Once you get it in here, just drop it down in there. Wait, is this underneath there? Oh, it is. All right. I find it weird. Normally they have a castle nut and you put a cotter pin in. These are just lock nuts. I don't know. It's strange to me. All right. Ow, hit my head. I'm going to take another measurement here just to make sure. And we are at 60 7/8. Tell you what, I'm getting whooped. I've been out here a long time and I am tired. Alright. This is where them Arbor Freight pass-through sockets really will come in handy, because these studs have an Allen in it. I'll be able to put an Allen in it, keep it from spinning. Click. All right. On to the next thing. World's biggest crescent wrench for the world's smallest job. All right, check that out. Instead of doing a warranty on that other one, I said, you know what? I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm going to buy brand spanking new, and I'm going to spend a little bit extra money just to make sure I get it right, a good one. And I did some shopping. There was red top, blue top, a couple different ones, and they were all about the price range I was looking for, but you had to deal with core charge and shipping them back and blah, blah, blah. But I found this brand. This is USA Standard Gear, and it is a sister company of Yukon Gear and Axle. And anybody who has been in the game at all ever knows Yukon has been around. They know what they're doing. They're good with gears. They've done a lot of pinions and locks and all sorts of stuff. A lot of off-road guys like them. A lot of the big heavy-duty equipment like them. So this is essentially Yukon creating this, so it should be good. If it's not good, then we got some splaining to do, Yukon. But this is a beefy thing. There was no core charge on this, nothing I have to send back. It was all priced in the way it is, and I like that. It was about the same as a red top or a blue top, but like I said, no hassle with the core, none of that. It's brand spanking new, and I am ready to put it in. I just got to take the other one out. 3 bolts. 3 bolts puts this back in, and we can start putting the drag link and the pitman arm. I got that right here. And we're about finished with this. All right, you guys, it's getting late. I've been up for like 24 hours now straight. I worked last night. I've been working on this truck all day. I'm tired. I'm beat. I'm going to call it a day. It's the weekend, so I have plenty of time to work on this. I got a ton done today. I'm right where I want to be. Got a few more things to put on it, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll and take it for a test drive and then get an alignment, hopefully, if all goes to plan. Also, I went this whole video without using this one time, and I feel bad. So I'm going to hold it the rest of the time. Thank you guys. All of you who subscribe, I appreciate it. If you don't subscribe and you're watching this video, what are you doing? Subscribe. Just hit the button. It's not that hard. I appreciate you guys, even if you're not subscribed. I appreciate everybody watching. I don't know what I'm doing out here, but you guys are watching and enjoying it, so I'm going to keep on doing it. It's great. You know, this is the biggest build I've ever done. It's not build. It's just fixing the truck and updating, upgrading a few things I wanted to. It's the biggest thing I've ever done, and it's been challenging, and it's awesome. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I'm going to split this one right here up into two because my phone's dying, and we're almost full on memory, so I got to do some deleting. All right, I'm done with this thing. Got to do some deleting and some editing, and I'll be able to start shooting again tomorrow. So I'm going to call it a day, and I'm going to go in, get cleaned up. I am a mess. And we'll get back to it tomorrow morning. Peace. Too tough for me to get inside. I need mountain climbing gear for every single ride. Grandma hopped in easier than me somehow, and I'm considering a forklift now. Spend my savings making sure it looked absurd. Now I communicate with the cabin by carrier bird. The truck sits mighty while I stand below like a confused peasant. The town riffraff is having a party, and they didn't even invite me. Unacceptable.